So the sun is just beaming mad crazy all up in my face. I feel like squinting, but I need to record right now because I'm feeling it right now. You know when you feel it, like when your song come on, you be like, oh I'm feeling it right now. So I just wanted to do a short video to basically encourage and motivate the younger women out here that are in relationships, good or bad. There is always a time in your life that you'll come to when you're just like, what did I spend my time doing in my youth? My entire youth, from the time I was 14 until I was 19, was consumed with one of two relationships. I do not regret the relationships that I was in, but I just really think back to those times and I think I should have been more focused on me. I should have been more focused on school. I mean, I was always a good student. I was a student athlete. I played sports and I went to school and I went to work every day. It was very routine. Very routine. Called my dude and was like, hey, what you doing? Blah, 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 blah. Very routine. But a part of me feels like those relationships were so insignificant to the person that I said I wanted to be when I grew up that they just shouldn't have counted for. They should have never occurred. They just shouldn't have. I really don't regret it, but when I think back on it, I'm like, I should have been so focused on my goals and my dreams that those people would have been my friends, and it would have saved a lot of heartache. It would have saved some long nights, some tears, and all that great stuff that occurs in relationships. And even after I was 19, from 19 to 23, 24, I was in another long-term relationship and it ended horribly. It ended so terribly. I really don't care to share the details, but I would say the culmination of those three relationships, it opened my eyes and it just made me want to grab all of my younger cousins and all of these young girls that I see that are so upset or that are pregnant or that are going through things that are unnecessary. It made me want to hold them and just show them, like, I don't want to bash any man, but that portion of your life that you're so fixated on, that your head is so wrapped around that you just can't see the light of day for this person, it doesn't matter. These people are not going to be your savior. They're not going to be you. They may make you happy, but that happiness is temporary. Who you want to be, your goals and your dreams, what you aspire to be, that should be your focus. That should be where your mind is at. Now, at my age, I'm like, I love you, boo. I have a child, I have a daughter. I have a son from a previous relationship, but my daughter and her father, I'm like, I have to do what I have to do to make me happy. I love you and I love what we have, but I'm going to where I'm going to go whether you're here or not. Because so much time in a previous relationship, I was like, I just need to work and go to school and do just bare minimum so they don't feel like they're not the man. The thing is that when a man is a man, he don't need a woman to tell him. He don't need a woman to show him. He don't even need a woman to be submissive for him to know that he's a man. I didn't know that then. So I was like, well, let me dial myself down. Let me tune this down. Let me tune my mouth down because I have a mouth and I have an attitude. And I was like, well, I really don't want to rock the boat. The boat needed rocking. And I was just like, you know what? Let me go on a jump ship one day. And it didn't work when I jumped ship because things got really torrential really quickly. But anyway, it's just, I feel like somebody has to say it, and I really don't know a lot of women talking to young women about it. I'm sure that in our homes and with our cousins and our sisters and our little friends, we might say something, but it needs to be put out there. It's just so unimportant. These relationships, they do not matter. There's a woman, she's looking at me really strangely, but it's okay. They don't matter. It's so important to be you and do the things that you love. If you love rock climbing, or if you love writing music, if you love reading books or doing research, or if you're a conspiracy theorist, do those things. Don't ever submit so much to a man in your youth that you stop doing the things that you love. If you're so in love and you just feel like I can't be without that person, you're going to really stifle yourself. In the future, you're going to be like, what the hell was I doing? What was I even thinking? Why didn't someone tell me? If you're listening, I'm telling you, it's not worth it. It's not worth yourself. I used to think that being in a relationship is what made me happy. It took someone asking me what would make me happy. And when I responded and I said, well, this makes me happy, they looked at me like I was all kind of crazy. And I didn't understand it until recently. I didn't understand that if that person walked away, I would have been devastated. I didn't understand then that if they walked away, I could have equally walked away. I could have turned my back and kept it pushing. I came into this world on my own. You didn't come with me, so I don't need you. I'm good. I got my mom. I have my brothers. I have my children. I'm good. If all of them leave, of course it's going to be a sad, sad day, but it's still not going to stop me, You have to have that mindset about these relationships. I love you, and if you want to be with me, then you can come with me and we can work together on what we're doing, or we can keep it pushing apart. But I'm not going to stop doing me for you. You have to have that mindset. And, I want that to sink into your minds. You just put that in your heart every night. When relationships are good, you still need to know that if it doesn't work, you're still a person. You're an independent agent. You don't need that person to make you. That person will break you if it comes down to it. Because if it comes to you or them, they're going to choose them, and you need to have that in your mind. I can love you so much. I can love you from afar. Think about that. I love you so much that I can love you from afar. I don't need to love you up close all the time. I don't need you in my space all the time. I need to do me. I need to learn what I like. If what I like requires me to be out working late, working weekends, working whatever, I got to do what I have to do. And if you love me enough to do what you need to do so that when we come together, it works out better, let's work on that. But in the meantime, if you can't accept me and what I'm doing, you're not for me, Just like a friend. If your friend's doing something you don't like, you be like, oh, we cool. We not that good no more. We can be cool, but we ain't, we ain't cool. You got to treat these relationships like that with these men. If you're a man with a relationship with a woman, you got to know if there are things you have to do to be happy at the end of the race, and they're just putting hurdles in front of you. You can jump a few hurdles. Once you start bending that corner, it gets tough. It gets tough. You don't want someone always putting things in your way. I don't need challenges and trivia from you. The life in the world is going to give that to me. I don't need that from you. So like I said, I'm going to keep it pushing this way. You can keep it pushing that way. That way, hell, you can keep it pushing that way. Okay? So just think about that. Just motivate yourself. Use your friends for motivation, but don't use these relationships for motivation. None of it. It's so unreal. You'll think back and you'll wonder to yourself, where the hell did the time go and what the hell was I doing? And you're going to wake up and you're going to be sitting down. You're going to be like, I wasn't doing nothing. Sitting around waiting on that jacket. You don't need them. Keep it pushing. Do you? All right, y'all. Have a good one.